Abazil. I don't know if I should like... Okay, let me do this. I've never seen this, guys. I really haven't. Okay, let me see. I don't even know if I said... Okay. Okay, let me see. Abazil. Okay. What can be said about the coaching sessions that I so graciously... One second. Graciously received by After School with Sophie. What's it called? Put on your reading glasses. Okay, let me see. I'm putting on my reading glasses. Labazum. I'd like to preface this and say that this testimonial, interesting, was not at the request of Sophie, nor did she offer her services for the sake of this review. These are my viewpoints and mine alone. I paid for coaching from my pocket, and nothing was specifically, Labazum requested to say about this review. To start off with, I want to say a bit about myself. I'm God of Destruction Reina, and in Tekken 8, I've gotten this far from years of experience of the game. This does not mean that I have sat down and learned matchups, frames, punishes. All of this was gathered from years of trial and error, with what's it called? Little to no lab work. Okay. Now let's read these. Okay. Now here's what I know about Sophie. She's a hardworking VTuber, streamer who pours her heart and soul into her work. Whether it's grinding out the game in the lab or entertaining her fans, she always gives her all, and she puts her mind to it. Lava Zone, thank you, Marcy. This was evident and reflected in the coaching session. Thank you. Appreciate that. No matter what was being discussed or for how long, all of her attention was laser focused on helping me improve my game. This is very true, honestly. If you guys ever do coaching, and I mean, no one's gonna, but yeah, I didn't ask Marcy to do this or coach Marcy because of that. Okay, let me see this. Wow, that's so, 1 second. This is crazy. Thank you, Marcy. It means a lot to me. Now, in terms of the coaching itself, wow, that's so. Hold on 1 second. Okay, now in terms of the... Let me put some different songs in here. In terms of the coaching itself, Sophie has a way to quickly get down to the grit of things. In my particular case, I asked for coaching from Sophie as I noticed she was a specialist when it came to labbing. Something I have been lacking in the many years of Tekken that I've spent, okay? She was able to identify key factors for my gameplay, including missed opportunities and punishes, attention to how I play a full match. Key factors in my gameplay, okay, yeah, including missed opportunities and the punishes. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Marcy's super good though, I gotta say that. Okay. Attention to how I play a full match and even mistakes when it comes to my own style of labbing. One particular instance that stands out to me is when she noticed that I was more of an adaptive player instead of a reactive player. This is true. I think so. In this case, I was able to adapt to a player's counterplay quickly, noticing when to attack on terms of frame efficiency, which is something that I talk about in our coaching, by the way, and when to apply pressure. But one thing that I was making mistakes in that she caught quickly was that I was not playing reactively. Yeah. A good example would be sidestepping a linear move, and instead of getting a good punish, I went for a free 50-50 exactly. So in the coaching, I talk about how maximizing your damage and frames is so important in Tekken, and also like, I just talk about a lot of stuff. In the grand scheme of things, these things would be apparent to any player that views their game from a different perspective, but as I have trouble with this, Sophie was able to help me out in that regard. Wow, so thank you. And now I've been able to analyze my games, pay attention to what I need to work on, and I've been able to take more games from high-ranking players. Thank you, thank you. Waba Zone, one thing I do want to state is that Sophie's coaching is being offered for a reason. She has the skills and knowledge to take your gameplay and elevate it to the next level. Will you be able to hit God of Destruction after one coaching session? Probably not. But the rate at which you improve is something that I can wholeheartedly say is well worth her rate. Labazo, why is it chained to these ones? I don't know which one I should do. But anyways, I want to end this off with two things. The first is that Sophie's services are being offered at her asking price. And as such, you are paying her for a service. Criticisms and critique is a natural part of the process. Yeah, I can be a little soft-shelled, basically, whenever I'm saying stuff because I don't want to offend anybody, but I do have my own opinions. Tekken is a hard game to improve at, and you will still lose the game the more you play. But if you are able to learn and take critiques and advice at full face, I can guarantee you will see improvements in your gameplay. Labazone. The second thing I want to say is that Sophie has worked so hard, where she has gotten to. She sacrificed so much. Labazone, you said I wasn't gonna cry, huh? This was the part that's supposed to make me cry. Thank you, Marcy. So much to be where she is and chasing her dream. This is for both improving in Tekken and in life. That is true. I implore you that you see her as an example of what hard work and dedication can do for you. Good luck and have fun. GG's, Marcy. P.S. When's the first to 500? Labazone, let's do it. Damn. That was very nice. That was very heartwarming. Marcy, thank you. You didn't have to do this. I super appreciate that. Beautiful send-off. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Honestly, so I do have to say something about Marcy's coaching. Like, I was kind of scared. So I was kind of scared because whenever you're coaching somebody that is God of Destruction, if you're coaching somebody that is to take the 10k towards, so since I was coaching God of Destruction, I wanted to make sure that Marcy got everything that Marcy possibly could get from the coaching session. So I was actually pretty nervous. Like, I wasn't like super nervous, you know, like, it's like sometimes you don't feel like streaming. Well, not like you don't feel like streaming, but you just gotta go live. And when it's live, it's like, you know, it's just there. So with Marcy, I just felt like Marcy, like, I didn't want Marcy to think that Marcy was not getting what he wanted out of the coaching, you know? So I had to make sure, like, we gotta work on a bunch of stuff, and I tried to be as useful as possible, answer any sort of questions, stuff like that. So I'm glad. Thank you so much, Marcy, for this long, like, what's it called? Testimonial. And also, every time after the coaching, by the way, like, so I write down, so I scrolled up here, and this is what I wrote down. Like, this is what Marcy, like, I was asked, what can I do better about my coaching? Every single session, so I can try and get better. It's not just Tekken that I'm trying to. And then, like, Marcy was saying, you need to have a straight backbone. So if people are saying, like, because I keep on saying, like, I don't want to offend you or anything like that. But yeah, I have my own opinions. And sometimes I can be a little, like, I don't know, give a lot of critique, I guess. And maybe being very analytical might be, like, boring for new players. I don't know. Anyways, those were the things that Marcy told me. And then above that is, like, some notes and stuff like that. But anyways. Waba Zone. Marcy, thank you.